Hi guys, thank you for watching. In today's video, I sat down and created this super sultry, dark and dramatic fall slash Thanksgiving makeup look. Today's look isn't so much a step-by-step tutorial, but it is going to be more of a like chatty, get ready with me styled video. So, if you guys want to chat and you want to get ready with me, then just stay tuned. Starting off with our base makeup, here I have my L'Oreal True Match Foundation in the shade N3 Natural Buff. Just gonna start dotting this all over my skin. Get it on the forehead as well. I wanted to start filming this video way earlier in the day, but I ended up setting up all my equipment, my lights, my camera, everything, and I just stared at myself in the mirror for like 45 minutes. So here's one layer of the foundation applied. I want a little bit more of a full coverage look today, so I'm taking a little bit more and adding it in the areas where I want more coverage. And I'm blending all this out with my Morphe M439 foundation brush. I do have my LED Christmas tree up. Yes. I know that it's kind of tradition to put up all your Christmas decorations the day after Thanksgiving, but this one's super easy to put together. It takes me like less than 5 minutes, so I just threw it on my little organizer caddy thing next to my bed. And I've had this thing for, I think this is the 3rd year that I've had it, and it's still, the lights on it still work. $15, Walmart, make you holla. For concealer, I'm going in with my NARS Radiant Creamy Concealer, and I'm just going to put this under my eyes. I use the shade Toffee. And then just going back in with the Morphe M439 brush, I'm going to use this to blend out all the concealer. So I found that little LED tree in my closet and set it up and really just found myself in the holiday spirit. I was like, I'm going to set up my Christmas tree today. I got everything out. I got my Christmas tree, my old boxes of like ornaments and little decorations and stuff. And I set the tree up. Everything looks nice. I start putting on the ornaments and I'm like, wait, something's not right. I think I'm forgetting something. So I realized that I didn't put the lights on the tree. And then I realized, where are my lights? So I'm looking everywhere, I can't find them. My sister told me that last year we threw them out. See, that's kind of a problem when you're setting up your tree, you have no lights. So you can't go forward with the rest of the ornaments. So now I have my tree, my poor, naked, undecorated tree, unlit, just sitting in the living room. I have a little bit of Laura Mercier translucent powder, so I'm going to put some of that in my cap and set the areas where I put my concealer down. Having cats is like great and all, but when their hair gets on everything, especially their makeup, it's like, ew. So I'm just setting the under eye to prevent creasing. I'm currently really in the holiday spirit and was just so excited to have my tree up. And now I'm all bummed out because I have to wait, which is fine. Like, it's, my life's not over, it's okay, but kind of sad. I really wanted to film you guys a nice fall inspired video for my channel. So I was like, what better way to film fall content than to do a fall favorites? People love fall favorites. Like this time of year, people come out with all of their cool pumpkin spice everything and the candles and, you know, clothing items and beauty related items for fall. But I kind of was like reading the climate of YouTube and like what's going on right now in the world and like what are people watching, and I wanted to do the fall favorites, but then I sat back and kind of thought to myself, like, how cringy would it be if I got on the video today and was like, hey guys, welcome back to my channel, look at all this cool fall favorite stuff that I want to show you that you can go out and buy. Like, I know you're unemployed, but look at all this cool stuff. So then I was like, okay, we're not doing that at all. To bronze the skin, I'm picking up my NARS Casino Bronzer on my little Eco Tools brush. A little color, a little bronze in November. With the world and where it's at, and with so many people being out of work right now because of this virus, myself included, I will not be filming a fall favorites. I feel like that would be pretty tone deaf of me at this point in time. So that's kind of why I decided to do a makeup look instead of a fall favorites, because a lot of people love makeup because it's like therapy. I've heard people say that before, that it's like therapy for them. Like maybe they don't wear makeup all the time, they don't get super glam and like do lashes and everything, but for them to watch somebody else in a video put the makeup on, it's like therapy for them. I know there's like makeup ASMR videos and like, watch me perfectly apply this foundation. Like, I personally love watching people put on foundation. That's like one of my favorite things when watching a makeup tutorial. Just seeing like that beautiful, clear, full coverage base. I love that. Now I am picking up a different bronzer. This is the Hula Caramel by Benefit Cosmetics. And I'm taking it on a jumbo fluffy brush, just a little bit. And I'm going to use this to contour the nose. I like to bring my nose contour up into the brow. I feel like it really just changes the whole shape of my face. Take this up into the crease of the eye as well. Connect it to the nose contour. To highlight the skin, I'm going in with this one here by Becca Cosmetics. This is the Opal Highlighter. And I'm using my JH32 brush. We're going to use this one to apply it to the skin on the high points of the cheekbones. Before I grabbed my highlighter, I was like, people aren't really using highlighter as much, I feel, than, say, 2017, 2018. It was so popular to just drench yourself in highlighter, which I wasn't complaining. I think it's really cute. But I don't feel like too many people are super highlight crazy anymore. I'm still going to put some on, though. I like the look of highlighter. I think it makes my skin look nice and hydrated. I take some of this on my collarbones just to make this area pop. I would notice that in some of my looks too, like my face would be highlighted and really glowing and gorgeous, and then my body here would just be like matte and dry. If I'm gonna glow, I'm gonna glow, baby. Now that we have our base makeup applied, I'm going to set everything with a little bit of my Urban Decay setting spray. So after I sprayed my setting spray all over my face, I realized my camera battery was like running a little bit low. So I went and plugged it in, and while it was charging, I did one eye off camera for you guys. So to catch you up, I'm going to zoom you guys in and we'll go ahead and do the other eye. The first palette I went in with is this one. This is called the Hello Charmer palette by BoxyCharm. And with my large fluffy brush here, I dipped into this goldeny mustard shade here. It's called Spoiler. And I'm just running this all along the crease with a jumbo brush. I'm not being incredibly particular with where the shadow goes. It's just going to serve as our base and our safe color, so that later on when we go in with our darker colors, this is going to help everything to fuse together without looking super choppy or blunt. Then on my Sigma E35, I dipped back into this palette and I chose the shade here called Cup of Joe. And with a little more precision here, I start in the outer corner, keeping it in the crease. I'm just ringing that all around. And I'm going to be going back and forth with this shade to really buff it in and make sure it looks very seamless. Moving into the second eyeshadow palette that I used on this eye, this one here is the Violet Voss Essentials Pro Series palette. And there's two shades that I used out of this one. Cinnamon, hello, yes Cinnamon, we love her, and Black. Picking it up on this brush here, my Sigma E25. I like this brush here, if you guys can see it, because it's a little bit smaller and a little bit more dense. So this is really going to help us to target that dark shade exactly where I want it to go, as opposed to using a jumbo fluffy brush, which would cause the color to just kind of go everywhere. I'm going to start using that shade Cinnamon and just lightly packing it onto the outer corner. This is where the eye look is going to begin to look more elongated because we are only applying this color to the outer corner as opposed to the inner corner. I'm going in with the Sigma E35 and I'm going to use this brush to buff and blend out that color Cinnamon. The dense brush that I use to apply this shade is great for just laying down the application, but dense, thick brushes are not going to be ideal for blending. So I'm using this one, which is a little more fluffy, just to buff everything out. Back into the Violet Voss palette, and I'm choosing this shade here called Terracotta. And I've got that shade here on my JH33 brush. The JH33 brush is very similar in size and shape to the Sigma brush that I used earlier. As you can see, they're both small and on the dense side, so this is going to be great for smudging our lower lash line. Going in with that shade Terracotta, I'm just running this all along the lower lash line, starting with a lighter color, just like we did up top over here. You can see that yellowy orange shade. This is going to help so that we have that nice gradient on the bottom too. I like to bring my lower lash line shades pretty low. Like, I'll actually ring it into the socket of the eye. Going back in with a little bit of Cinnamon on the Sigma brush. Position the brush just to hit the outer corner. So we're not going to bring this one all the way in like we just did with Terracotta. We're going to leave Cinnamon just on the outer corner. And this will help to sort of create that doll-like effect. It makes the eyes look more open. And again, I bring this down pretty low. How low can you go? Then I picked up some black, just a smidge, not too much, because this is really dramatic and can make or break your look. Just on the very tip of the bristles, and I'm going to keep this one a little higher up actually, in that outer corner. More directly onto the lash line, not bringing it super low into the eye socket like I did with the other ones. For eyeliner, I just went ahead and used my NYX Slide On Black Liner. And I'm going to tight line this in the upper lash line as well as my lower lash line. Now that I've applied my pencil eyeliner, next we're going to go in with a liquid felt tip eyeliner. This one is by Benefit Cosmetics. Wow. This is the roller liner. As you can see, this sharp point is perfect for creating nice long fancy wings. Now to highlight the eye, I'm going back into the palette and I'm going to choose this beautiful bone white shade called Boxy. And I've gone ahead and picked that up on my Sigma E45. This brush is perfect because it's tapered and so it comes to a pointed tip. So this is really great for getting into those hard to reach areas. I'm placing this shade on the very arch of the brow to bring this area forward to add some light. Using that same brush, we're dipping into the Violet Voss palette and we're going to choose this shimmery shade up here in the corner. This one's called Cream. And I'm just going to swirl this on the very inner corner. Now the reason why I'm doing my inner corner highlight after the brow bone highlight is because the first shade was matte and this one is shimmer. So I didn't want to get shimmer up here and vice versa. And moving on to mascara now, I have my Climax Mascara by NARS Cosmetics. I'm just going to paint this all over my eyelashes. Going in with a pair of falsies. The ones I have on now are the Lily Lashes in the style Miami Flare. These are the most dramatic pair of eyelashes that I own. Nothing but the best for fall. To finish off our fall look, what better than to top this off with a nice dark lip? I have a brown lip liner here. This is by NYX. This is the Suede matte lip liner in the shade Cold Brew. So I'm going to use this to line my lips. Now for actual lipstick, I am so torn between 3 different colors. They're all MAC lipsticks. So I swatched them on the back of my hand. See, this one here is so beautifully neutral in the best way. It's got that nice mauve. It's still beige. It's still nude. Still adds a nice little flush of color. But this one, it's like a nice vampy, crisp. Oof, I don't know. I think we're going to have to go with that middle shade. Use this one here. It's called Deep Love. It's a matte lipstick by MAC Cosmetics. This is like extreme fall vibes right now. I don't even know what to do with myself. I'm going to add a little bit of Whirl by MAC in the center just to give it a little bit of dimension. It's just so dark. Well, that didn't really do anything. Okay. I went ahead and put my hair back down. Now, for the cherry on top, we're going to add some earrings. These are my 3-tier gold boxy danglies. I have had these earrings for such a long time. They look really nice. They're different. I don't have any other earrings like these. They're a little heavy, so they like weigh my ear down a little bit, but it's okay. Since this is a Thanksgiving glam inspired look, I want to mention 3 things that I am thankful for. To start, I would say number 1, I'm thankful for my family. That's like always a given. Number 2, I'm thankful for a roof over my head, for my home. And for number 3, I'm thankful for this platform, for YouTube, for you guys watching, the audience. YouTube has helped me in so many different ways since I started this channel about a year ago, maybe a little over a year ago. YouTube in some ways has kept me sane and full of joy with creating new things, and watching other people's content too is always really fun. So I am thankful for YouTube. YouTube is awesome. I hope you guys all have a beautiful Thanksgiving filled with love. I won't keep you guys any longer. Thank you so much for spending some time with me in today's video. I hope you liked today's look. If you did, go ahead and give it a thumbs up, and don't forget to subscribe to my channel. I'll see you in my next video. Mwah.